This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone and welcome again to this new session. So let us wait for a couple of more minutes. In the meantime, the other candidates will join. Then we'll start our session on Azure. Okay, so let us start, guys. So let me quickly mark your attendance. Okay, so we have Ahtashamuddin, Kruti, Upama, Priyanka, and Chennai. Okay. Ahtashamuddin, Priyanka, Chennai, Upama. Five. Okay. Okay, so do anyone have any question, any blocker before we move forward?
No, thank you.
Okay, okay, so let's move forward with Azure. Today I'm going to show you how you can use the Azure also. I mean, not everything I'm going to show you. I'll show you how you can create your uh, account, and that is a detailed documentation. You can go over it. So after you create your account, how you can configure on the terminal also, so that similar to AWS, how you can be able to just log into your instances from Azure, from the terminal, from the CLI, and then we'll create one instance, and then we'll log into that instance. Okay, Just give me a moment. Okay, so let me mark your attendance also, Sravni. So the screen that you are seeing now, I started sharing the screen. The screen that you're seeing now is from the Microsoft Azure, and there is a process. So if you write here, um, um, Azure account creation, you will find the steps how you can create it. Start now with a free credit. It is similar to the AWS. Click on it. So start free. Click on start free. Then it will step by step. It will take you to the screen. So it's similar to the AWS. You have to give your credit card details here also. But again, they will not charge anything. It is just for the login purpose, for the new account creation purpose. So once you are done with all the formalities, you will be you'll get this screen here like this one, and this is the landing page. Over here, what I'm going to show you is you have different resources here as your resources. These resources are at a glance. So there are a lot of services also. If you click on more services, you'll find other hundreds of services here. So this is the first step. After you are here, then create just click on virtual machines like this, and over this on this page, in the bottom you will find create virtual machine. Click on it. So subscription, the free trial, yes, let it be uploaded fully. Okay, so now you can see that subscription is free trial. Let it be free trial. Resource group, I will choose these are the resource group. This is the resource group I have created. So I have created one instance before that time. I've created this resource. So but you can create your new, you will not find any resource group. You have to create a new, create anything like this. Okay, so I'm using same one. And then if I go down, virtual machine name, here you can give any name to it. Let us give uh, test VM. Okay. Region, there are different regions here in which you can create your machine. Select any region. So I've selected US West 2, and then going down, available options. For now, you can select no infrastructure redundancy required. Image, you have to select image here. So what I'm going to do is to select, let's say, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, this one 7.7. Okay, all good. Do not click yes here, otherwise there will be some charges. So select Azure Sport Instances, no, and then you have to choose your right size instance. What I'm going to choose is the minimal. So the good thing here is they have given here the estimated cost also, and I'm going to choose one CPU, this one core CPU, one gigs of RAM, and 2 gigs of data disk. So this would be fine for me for now for the practical. So I'm going to choose this. It showed here. I think this is either 301 or 501. So that is also good. And then select authentication type. For now you can select password. Till now we have seen that how you can connect through the SSH public key. Now you can see here how you can connect through the username and password. I will give username as AD4E. You can give any username. So I'm giving here AD4E. Password I'm giving this one. Now all these parameters should be fulfilled in giving your password. Make sure give the same password here. Okay. And then coming to the inbound port rules, it is similar to your security group settings. Public inbound ports, I would say none for here. I don't want to set any rule here because I want the traffic to be open for now. But if you want to be more closed one, you can select it, allow selected ports, select inbound port. You can select here 80 and 22. 22 for, again, you know that 22 for SSH, 80 for HTTP. You can also select HTTPS 443. That's fine. So I would go with none. Okay. And then what? Disk. We know that the disk size is 2 gigs, and I want to go with that one only. Operating system disk type, I would go with standard HDD, so that it would not the selected VM support premium disk, or I would go with standard SSD. Premium SSD is good. Okay. And then over here, uh, advanced, no need to select anything here. Initially, networking, you do not have to select anything here because this is the warning. All traffic from the internet will be blocked by default. You will be able to public inbound ports, be able to change inbound port in the VM networking. Okay, so this is good, no problem. Don't change anything here. And here your subscription is protected by Azure Security Center basic plan. Okay, I'll go with all the default settings. Advanced extensions. So this cloud init is similar to what we have in the AWS also. Like whenever you are creating your instance, that time you can give a couple of commands. Like whenever your instance will be started, it updates the repository, so you can give yum update. Similarly, you can give other commands also. Now here next tags. Here I would give name test machine. Okay, and this is all good. Review plus create. Okay, so you can just go through all the settings that you have given. Here it gives you the per hour costing also. So the good thing is that whenever you will create your Azure uh, account, it will give you upfront, I think 33,000 rupees or 3,300 rupees, I think, that you can be able to use per month. Okay, create. So here on the right side, you can see submitting the deployment in progress. Here it will show you one by one all the steps here. Yeah, so these okay, in the meantime, it will just create the machine here. Let us go to the terminal here, and to access this our so once this machine is up and running, to access or to SSH to this machine, we need to configure the Azure plugins here. We need to install and then configure the Azure plugin. How we can do that is, um, I will ping this link. I will ping this link here so that you can also go through it. And I can see Pahlavi here. Pahlavi, I will mark your attendance. Sure. So now going back to the same. So this is how you can install it. I already installed it actually. So install Azure CLI deb. This is a deb package, and we have it for if you don't want to run a script as super user or all in one script, fails follow these steps. So because I have Ubuntu here, so I have followed this thing: sudo apt-get update, and then installing the basic packages first, like CS certificates, curl, app transport. So after installing these basic packages, then installing, download and install the Microsoft signing key. This is the first step, and then ultimately setting up the repositories. So it will set up one repository with the name Azure-CLI list. I can show you etc uh, apt, what it is, sources.list, sources.list.d. So you can see here Azure, this one. I have configured this Azure-CLI.list repository, and then after configuring it, when you do sudo apt-get update, you will see that instantly it will just take up all the packages from your Azure CLI, and then after that, when you run this command sudo apt-get install Azure CLI, let me run this command for you. It will show me that it's already installed. Okay, so you can see here that the following packages will be upgraded. Azure CLI, it is upgrading it for me. uh, it says will be upgraded. That means Azure CLI is already installed, so it is just upgrading it. Zero in new install in so there will be upgradation only, not the installation. So this is actually upgrading it. Okay, let us see what's happening here. I will go to the overview. Sorry, this one. I will refresh it. Deployment is now complete. Go to the resources. Here you can see, you can be able to see the machine. The machine tag name is test machine. Name is test VM, and then it have given us the public IP address. We have to just go through it. The same thing like SSH. The username is AD4E, which I have set it up, and you if you click on connect SSH, it will show you like SSH AD4E at the rate this. So I have to use the same copy. Okay. So now here what I have to do next is I can show you in the documents also. I have to do AZ login. Let me do it. AZ login, and instantly it will just redirect you to a page on the browser. You have to click here, and then if you go back to your terminal, it will take up your login. You have logged in. Now let us find all the subscription to which you have access. Awesome. So now I am able to connect to my uh, Azure, and then when I will do SSH, mm, SSH the same 84 is this. Okay. So I think I need to because I'm not able to log in on port 8 or port 2022. Yes. So let us change our network settings here. Inbound port rules, add inbound port rules as source any, source port range any, destination any, and destination port range, let me give any. Star will represent any, and then put all at. So it is creating the security rule, and it had added here port all. So now I should be able to access it. Let me do one more thing. Add inbound port rule. Any source destination 22 allow. This is added now, and you can be able to see now I'm able to access it. So okay, I have added it. It opened the 22 port. Now I have to give the same password here, and just see it carefully. I've used my username. I'm going to give the password. Okay, now I'm inside, so I can do whatever I want here. So I can be able to log into the root also, change to the root user. Yes. So now I can just set it up. Okay, let us try one thing here. I'm not sure whether it will work, but we can try. So let me install one simple package just to try the installation also. Yum install. Uh, Let us try yum install Jenkins state for. Let us see whether it will take it up or not. Okay, should not take much time. Okay, now let us try that HTTPD. But yeah, you can try also. So you can try any package. So let me try HTTPD. Yeah, so the HTTPD package is here. Yes. So HTTP is installed. Now let us start it. Start the service also. System CTL status HTTPD and then start. Let us check the status. Now it is running. Awesome. And let us check here one more thing. Curl local host 80. Yes, it is running here. And again, you know that you can check it on netstat also. Grab for listen. Yes, keyboard is opened. And now let us go to check this up and running here also. Copied. Let me do one thing here, maybe. Okay, so networking. Okay, add inbound port rule, port 80. Protocol. Okay, destination. Any? Yes, I think this should be good. What we have opened? The same way we have opened 22, we have opened 80 also. Add on rule. Source is any. Source port range is any. Destination any. Allow any priority. So I need to check with, because I'm also new to this one. So what other settings we need to check on the security gateway? But surely it is just a matter of opening the proper firewall port, uh, because you can see it's running inside machine. It needs to be. We should be able to access it outside also. Okay, but you just saw
Is
that,
there any IP tables package installed?
no, I need to check it because I don't have much experience exposure here to Azure. Test VM is here, so it should be here only in the networking part. So we opened the 22, we are able to access the machine. Similarly, I opened the 80 because it is running on 80 port. I have opened it also. Still, it is not able to access. Allow. Need to check that one, guys. So don't know why it's not working. Because inside the machine HTTP is working fine. If it's we are not able to access it, there surely there's something we need to do on the networking side. So I am not sure what, but I will figure out. No problem. So
HTTPD service is on or not?
which one? HTTP is
HTTPD
on.
service.
Yeah, you can see that a protocol is any here, right? So port 80 protocol is any. So protocol you can give hard coded also. That doesn't matter. So here this is the protocol. I have given any only. and any means, all the protocols will be covered. Destination is any. I'm not specifying any. Operations categories found. Source. But this private IP will not be accessible outside. Okay. Port DD. So I will check this out why it's not working. But yeah. So this is how you can create your instances, and then uh, after you create your instance, how you can be able to log in. So I've just shown you that you can install all the required packages for Azure CLI login, and then it is simple. After you install the Azure plugin, you need to give the command az login. It will just redirect to a page on the browser. You have to select your uh, login ID, and then it will again redirect you to the CLI. So it is a short one, but yeah, this is the uh, only thing that I want to show you on Azure, because nowadays few of the clients, they are asking for the Azure experience also. They do not ask much on the Azure, but yeah, if you have some level of uh, you know a bit of know-how, we can say, with the Azure, that would be enough for them. So that's why we I introduced for the first time in this session. And then what I will do over the weekends, I will create some Terraform file for you. I will set up and I will create some Terraform file for you, and that will going to give you very good experience and exposure, because Terraform, I told you that it is cloud agnostic. You can work with Terraform on AWS, and you can work with Terraform on Azure also. So it is just a matter of changing the provider and changing your S3 bucket. Here you will change it back to the mechanism here where you can save your state file. I will create the Terraform file and I will share with you. And then you have to just run it the same way because we already have login on the Azure. So you just have to run it and it will be running against your Azure account only. So I will do that for you over the weekend, and then you can be able to run it comfortably from your machine. So this is only thing I wanted to show you in Azure. And today with the Azure completion, we are done with our sessions. And if you have any, first of all, if you have any question, you can ask me. Then you know, I think the team, the marketing team, and the interview team already started with you taking your sessions, and they very soon they will start with the interview process also. Today, I will let them know about the completion of the session. Then they will start working on it also. So, guys, any question for me? And the important thing is that go to overview again and then delete. Straight away delete this session. Delete this instance that we have created. Yes. So any question for me?
So I have a question.
Mhm.
For this, can I connect it from the Windows?
Ah,
I need to have a virtual machine box.
you can connect from the Windows the same way we connected, to the AWS EC2 instances. You can connect from the putty also. So log on to your putty, and then you can be able to give the credential. But before that, do one thing over the GitHub. First of all, set up your AZ credentials. Maybe on the GitHub. So we need to go here to check the process for, because this the process that I followed, it was for Linux. And after you set it up your Azure credentials for your Windows. So this is for Azure CLI. You can do the same for Windows also. First of all, connect to your Azure account through Windows, and then you can be able to connect to the machine also. It is Linux machine. You need to connect through the SSH only,
Okay,
right?
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I have a question.
Hmm.
So can I create the public key and private key here also? The same like the other.
Yeah, yeah, you can create it. So that's what I've told you, because till now we have seen how we can be able to log in through PEM. But here, you can also use your so just simple create your public and private key pair using the SSH keygen program. Copy your public, because where I have given the username and password during the creation time, there was an option to give the public key also, right? So there you
Okay,
can
it's like the for all the box, I can create also PAM file, right? Like how we did in the AWS.
right, right, yes. So you can create your own PAM key also, but first, second, you can use your public key. If you remember, when we have created our RDS instance through the Terraform on AWS, we also have created the instance also, from where we have logged on to the RDS instance, the managed RDS instance. That time I have used my public key and I have used my private key to log on to that machine,
Yeah, yeah, I
right?
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Similarly, you can use your public key here also. Just copy your public key, and always remember, guys, one thing. If you have given your public key from this location, ls-l, if you have given your public key, this one from this location, to log on to the machine where you have given this public key, you don't have to use your private key explicitly the way we use the PEM file. By default, whenever you will log into machine where your public key is, this public key is there, every time it will, by default it will try to use this private key. So hyphen I, this path is always the default one. So you can use your public key, and then private key you can be able to use to log in.
Okay, thank you. One more thing,
Sure.
how I connect the IAM here, IAM.
Which one?
IAM, like
IAM, right?
API. Yeah, yeah.
So first of all, the like we used to make the connection in AWS, where we have to just configure our access key and secret access key. So it was those access key and secret access key were related to the uh, user that we have created in IAM. But here the things are different. Here, what you how you can log in is through the AZ login. So it is AZ login that you need to give. Once you give this one, I have shown you, it will redirect to a page on the browser here. And once you click your user account, it is just enough for us. Here, first of all, we are not dependent on our user creation, using which we can be able to log in. This is the way first we can be able to log in. Then we can go to the IAM to create our users and groups and our policies. The same thing. Add a role assignment, and then on the left side, you can see. So this is something, I have also, I did not have explored, but the concept goes same. Create your policies goes with the group, and group would be having the users. So either you can assign policies directly to the user, or you can assign policies to the group, or policies or the roles to the group, and whoever is configured in the whoever the user is configured inside the group, they would be having the permissions according to the roles and policies that you have created. So this is the basic principle, and it goes same with any IAM setup here, or in AWS, or in the tools also. Like if you see in Jenkins or in any tool, it goes the same. Like you can create your roles, then group, then users. And then the second thing is that you can connect with the Active Directory also. Same here also, you can connect with the Active Directory. So whatever the users is there in the Active Directory, they would be having the access here. Okay. So any other question?
No, thanks.
Okay. So I know that it's a matter of explore. I did not have explored much here. I just have started because we wanted, the idea is we wanted to introduce it in a way where you would be having some familiarity with it. Uh, like AWS, the concepts. The concept logical wise would be same, but implementation wise they would be different. And then if you go to the home virtual machine, your virtual machine would be, yeah, it is destroyed, all gone.
So what is the difference between Azure and AWS? Like which one is better?
No, I can't say this one, because I do not have used Azure in full capacity like the way I have used AWS. But if you see the trends for the last 1 year, we are seeing that there are the Azure have got a lot of traction. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of their costing structure. Maybe because I'm sure that AWS is very very good in their services. And if I think you do not have heard about their services to a level where they are providing the trucks also, big trucks. So to get the data from the big enterprises, they are sending trucks to their locations. So they have three mechanisms. First of all, they have the drive mechanism, where they will send drive to your location by post. You just copy your data and send them back. they will upload this data to the data center. Second, they will send the briefcase. So they will send some executive with the briefcase to your location. You will upload, you just upload your data, and then they will upload that same data from this briefcase onto their data centers. If your data is very very big, in petabytes, in not in terabytes, of also in petabytes, and it will take, and we know that it will take, so if we use some uplink to upload the data from the enterprise database to the, or the organization database to the AWS data centers, it will take us years. So they started the service of trucks. So they will send the truck. Inside the truck, they would be having all the big machines to save the data. And from the data center location of the organization, the data would be saved to these machines inside the truck. And then truck will come to the data centers, AWS data centers. They will upload the data there. So this is, I know about the AWS, but how Azure is going on, I need to search on that. But one thing I'm sure, I know that Azure got a lot of traction, and for sure because of their pricing model. Because till now, but I think nobody can beat AWS. But yeah, everyone needs the cost-effective structure. So Azure is getting the traction from there. And then we have most of the services in Azure also, and they are coming up with more services. So I can't say you about exact the comparison, but yeah, you know um, some organizations are using AWS, and I know that they are moving from AWS to Azure just because they got good costing benefit in Azure. So this is what I can tell you for now. But this is a matter of more study. We can just go through the reports, latest reports also. And yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yes. So okay, guys, like this is good for today. So do you have any other question that you have in your mind that maybe we can ask in the next session? This is something which you want to understand, which you want to have the knowledge of. So any such question, please ask me.
I have a question that, like, it's not a question basically. I didn't get chance to work on Terraform, Kubernetes, and Azure. So I may have doubts. I mean, definitely I will have some doubts on them, or some blockers maybe. So is it possible to have a one session in the next week, like Monday, Tuesday, anytime, whenever it's possible for you?
Um, So let me talk to the team today itself, and if they say that they are good with that one, I can go ahead to take the session on Monday also. That's not a problem for me. And the one more thing I want to tell you, like if you have any blocker, you can ping me anytime, and I will definitely, over the weekends I cannot tell you, but over the weekdays, I can assure you that I will reply you back as soon as I can. So that will go on. You don't think that your sessions are off and then I will not respond back. I will definitely respond back whenever I will get your query. I will definitely respond back.
Oh, then that
Yeah,
would help. Thank you.
yeah, sure. And for the session, give me some time. I'll intimate you all through the email. If it goes fine, if they are good with the session on my Tuesday, your Monday evening, I would email you. Okay, so that's all for today, uh, guys. And then, any question, if you think later on, please ask me. Any blocker, please ping me, email me. That would be good. So thank you for today, and enjoy and just practice, because
Thank
practice.
you and goodbye.
Yeah, thanks, Pallavi. And practice is something which will give you more understanding about what we have learned. Because it's being a more than a month, it may be like you forgot something from the previous sessions. So practice it, gather some theoretical knowledge also on top of what we have discussed. And best of luck for your future, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sure,
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
Thanks much. Bye bye.
Thank you.